Greetings, beautiful viewers. This is Smitten, and welcome to a random commentary video on Daji. I was recording for her How to Fail video, which is coming out on Friday, and this was one of the attempts to record for that fail, and it actually ended up being like a not so fail. As a matter of fact, I ended up playing really well here, so I wanted to share it with you. I'm using Windows Media Player, lol. Daji just released today, and I've been having tons and tons of fun with her. It's really been like a huge back and forth. I probably played in total about 30 games with her, combined between the PTS and on the live client. Before she released to the live client, they gave her a couple of extra buffs. I feel like I need to turn this down a little bit. Gosh, shut up. So she got a few damage buffs. Her passive bleed stack went from 5 damage to 7, and then they reduced the cooldown on her too, which is fine, but unnecessary in my opinion. I don't know. I'm having fun with it either way. My new build's working out fantastically. If you guys haven't checked, if you haven't checked out the new build video, it's already on the channel. I will make sure to link it in the description below. So, I'm up against a Hades Circuit here. I honestly thought I was going to be Daji jungle with maybe like a Circuit jungle, but I've seen a bunch of people today try out Daji in solo lane, and I've seen like a Daji ADC. Neither of those games ended up working out well for the enemy Daji. I honestly feel like the only place she's going to be slightly relevant is in the jungle. She's most effective there. Even though she's not nearly as mobile as Circuit, she still does pretty well. I also wanted to talk to you guys about they tested some experience changes on the PTS where you could hit level 1 off of the first wave. They increased the amount of experience it cost for you to get to level 3 from level 2, and then from level 4 from level 3, and kept the experience between level 4 and 5, but those changes actually didn't end up on the live client, which I'm honestly a little bit disappointed about, because whenever you are in mid lane or you are jungling, if you get out clear on this first wave, it just opens your jungle up for invasion, and from then on out, it's really hard to make up for that, which is unfortunate. I prioritize my speed buff almost too much. I've noticed in my times as a baby jungler. But it's super important for Daji since she has mobility issues, which we've discussed ad nauseum, not only here on the YouTube, but also on the stream and on Twitter, where we've been talking a whole bunch. I think she's fine, honestly. Like, her ult's a little weird. Her damage is a little weird sometimes, like super unpredictable. Her teleport, I love the conditional teleport. I wish that you could teleport to things like wards or perhaps your towers. That would be fantastic, but currently you can only teleport to like camps and like objectives and enemy gods and friendly gods. I feel like if you could teleport to a tower, it would make it so much easier for her to get out of situations where she's in trouble. But outside of that, I'm having tons of fun with her. Circuit engaging here. Tons of damage. But since I've got speed buff, I should be able to get away. I was surprised that she decided to disengage right there. She probably could have killed me, but God. It's making me nervous watching this again, because I'm like, oh my God, am I going to die at these back camps? Because since I'm a baby jungler, I don't jungle very often. I've been playing this game for 4 years. I've been a mid ADC main pretty much this entire time, so this is really my first day that I've spent just in the jungle, like purely on stream. All I did was jungle Daji, and she's so much fun. Everyone's always asking me, Spin, what is it about Daji that you like specifically? The first thing of mention for me is her is the sound of her auto attacks. That's for some reason insanely important to me. I mean, you're just constantly holding down left click in the characters that I play. So if they don't have like a satisfying auto attack sound, then I just won't play it. If certain skins weird like that, then I won't play it either. Okay, I feel like we're going to engage here and get a kill. My speed's coming up. I'm level 5. It's unfortunate. Honestly, I felt like I should have lost against the Circuit. I feel like I shouldn't have done as well as I did, Because Serket has everything. She's got incredible mobility. She's got great team fight control. Ooh, nice ult. Land 1 chain. 2 chains. 3. Got all 3 chains, baby. Oh, big pull. Oh, the double kill. Please tell me this is the triple. Come on, baby. I'm just wrecking on that Hades. That poor Hades. Oh, tower dive. Ooh, triple at 4 minutes into the game. Was absolutely fantastic. Couldn't have done it without my team. Bowed out before me. It really kind of makes me sad that Daji had, like, the community thinks that she's not so great. And everyone that watches me stream knows that I love playing gods that aren't necessarily meta or like weaker gods, because honestly the challenge is a lot more fun to me. Like, yeah, I can pick Serket, or I can pick, you know, Kernanos, or I can pick Thoth, and I can do really, really well on them, but I don't get nearly as much satisfaction as I do whenever I'm playing gods that are underwhelming. Because if you dominate on a god that's underwhelming, that isn't meta, it's so much more satisfying. Okay, I've got 2 mid camps and 2 back camps up, and I'm backing instead of getting them, which is unfortunate. I really gotta work on my jungle rotations. Like I said, baby jungler, I'm still learning. So if you guys spot anything that I'm doing in this video specifically, any of you jungle mains, just be like, yo, Smite, this is what you should be doing. This is where you should have been here at this point in the video. I would really appreciate that. Anyways, getting back to the community. I mean, I feel like there was a couple of really big names in the community as far as like streamers, YouTubers go, that were just like, Daji is bad. And then because they said that Daji was bad, then they just didn't really give her a chance. They played her like for maybe a game or two, and they didn't do very well, and they're like, oh god, this god sucks. She's got a lot of issues that you gotta work around. Tons of issues that you have to work around, but it's so satisfying whenever you're playing well on her. I really feel like she's if you're doing well on Daji, then you're going to continue to do well for the rest of that game. But if you start out and you have like an early death or anything like that, it's extremely difficult for her to come back. Trying to teleport, the teleport right here is so awkward. I thought I was going to teleport in on that Hades there, but instead had to opt out for one of my teammates. I feel like that range could be increased just a tiny bit by like 5 units, all right? Tiny, tiny, tiny. This is a great rotation over here to the left lane. I gotta wait for this dash. Tell me I wait for the dash. Okay, I use that too. Ooh! Ult, 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 Smite, ult! Yes! Got him with the chain. There's a little bit of lag in the video right now. No problems. Now I just gotta work on getting out. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't have beads or anything, so I am definitely going to end up dying here. It's unfortunate. Her 2 is also relatively easy to interrupt. Today, I don't know if this is intentional or not, but if she's already got her 2 activated and somebody goes to silence her, then it actually doesn't cancel out her 2, which is odd. But like any sort of stuns, knockups, roots, anything like that, that's going to prevent her. Not the roots, sorry. I didn't mean roots. I don't want you guys to light me up in the comment section. But like stuns, knockups, anything like that, that is going to cancel her out of her 2. But not silences, which is weird. Alright, back camps. Why are you running past your back camps, Smitters? Oh, it's because you've got an enemy Daji over here trying to get cheeky. I can't believe I actually ended up securing that. Chase her down! Kill her! Kill her! Yes! Yes! 5-1 at 8 minutes into the game is pretty incredible. Second item that I'm doing in this build is Shifter Shield. If you're not building Shifter Shield on any of your physical gods, warriors, assassins, ADCs, I don't care. It's a super cheap, high power item. I really feel like anybody in any build could afford to do this. That's 70 power for 24 angle. I can't get enough of it, honestly. I'm hoping that the next build session that we end up doing is for an actual warrior, so I can build it just in another build. I'm also curious as to how you guys are maximizing her abilities, because I've been prioritizing her 2, obviously, and then I'm like leveling her 1 and then her 3. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that level prioritization. I'm gonna have to take another look at it. Oh god, that Medusa ult just saved my life. And this is probably going to kill me again. I also have a hard time, I've noticed, whenever I'm playing, of going back in. I will go back in. If I've got 35 HP and I see that there's a team fight still happening and I'm like concerned for my teammates, I will go back in. I need to fix that. It's been a consistent problem. It does make for some pretty amazing stream play at the very least. Then chat is be like, well, Smith, why'd you go back in? Everybody's frustrated and I'm excited about it. Please kill that ward. Please kill that ward. Thank you. Persona my support. But yeah, like back to what I was saying earlier, I'm really kind of sad that so many people in the community think that she's not good. She doesn't have a slow in her first 3 abilities. The only slow or CC that she has comes from her ultimate, which is kind of lackluster and a little clunky, which is unfortunate. But that doesn't necessarily make her awful. Who knows? We may not see her in the competitive scene. We may not see any pros actually pick her up for an SPL unless they fix that. But she's still, I feel like she brings a really nice change over here. What am I doing? Okay, he's gonna die and spread the poison, and I'm gonna go in anyways. And she dashed out. And I'm just gonna change targets on this Circuit. I can't believe how much damage I'm doing to this freaking Circuit. I'm only like a level ahead of her. Oh, use your beats? Okay. So hard to hit those chains whenever it looks like you're gonna hit. They don't actually hit. This is a little janky, Simon. I don't know why you're still here. I should have got it. Oh, but I still got the kill. That's actually pretty amazing. That bleed, man. I love the passive. I love that it's only 7 damage per auto. It takes twice though per auto. And there's like 10, you've got like 10% of your physical power contributing to the actual hit that you're doing. But I love that it can endlessly stack. And the fact that it can endlessly stack immediately spoke to me. And I was just like, attack speed crit, attack speed crit, yes. A couple of power items, that's all I want. It kind of, like, a lot of people have likened her to like old Arachne's passive. I don't know. If I were to change anything about Daji, it would definitely be, I would like her 1, perhaps to have an increased cooldown, as long as it applied like even just a 10% slow. Even just a 10% slow, because she does have movement speed on her too. I would love just like a little bit of something coming off of her 1. That's why I have my build for her the way that I do, to compensate with her lack of mobility and the lack of any slows in her kit, which is odd, especially for high risk, because I feel like so many of the gods in this game just have a slow or some sort of CC on low cooldown, meaning anything other than her ultimate. She didn't get one, which is fine. It's just fine. It's not amazing. Even if they added like a little bit of a slow, I'm not sure how she's going to perform competitively, but she's definitely going to be the god that I get Diamond next. I've got so many other gods that I have close to Diamond, but I'm just so in love with her. Whenever you're ahead in the game, you're just so powerful and you're annoying. Diving the backline, like focusing on, even on tanks, man, you just shred. Oh, okay, whew. My camera is kind of making me a little bit dizzy. Teleport back into the tear damage is fine. Ooh! I'm glad that I opted out for picking up only a couple. It looked like I was going to hit her. Somehow I ended up killing the enemy Daji while she was in her ult because of the bleed. The bleed is just so good. And I love that her 1 does a separate dot all on its own. Her 2 applies her passive bleed, but her 1 has a bleed all by itself, which is fantastic. Mid tower goes down, not a super big issue as we got the tower in right lane. Ooh. Oh, yeah, this is, I'm pretty sure this Circuit was DCing as I was going in, and I knew she was DCing, but nobody's going to cut you a break if you're DCing in a game. They're absolutely going to kill you if you are not in your base, so I feel slightly scummy for it because I typically don't do things like that, but at the same time, I want the W, baby. I want to win. I've seen so many Raijins today, too. I've seen a bunch of Raijins and Hades. Hades is.
Okay.
in these games, and I've seen Daji in like several stream. I saw Daji solo probably like 3 or 4 times today. I saw one ADC Daji game, which I'm actually curious about. Maybe sometime on stream we will take a look at Daji ADC and see if we can't make that work, because I feel like as soon as your support is gone, you're going to have a lot of fun boxing the hunter. And I'm pretty sure my build's going to stay the same for her, regardless if I'm ADC or if I'm jungle. Porting in on it. Okay. He goes into his ult. I thought he was going to dash here. Oh, do I get him? Do I get him? Do I get him? No, not enough. Not enough. That's the one thing. I'm pretty sure the reason why I wasn't able to pick up that Chiron right there is because of his passive heal. His passive heal is greater than the amount of bleed that I'm able to do on him whenever I only hit him a couple of times. Speed is up. Gotta prioritize it, baby. Gotta move fast. There's also a couple other build options, not just the ones that I spoke about in the build video for Daji. You could do kind of like a Mercury build for her, but you have to be very, very confident that you're not going to fall behind, because trying to buy all of those crit items up front is extremely expensive. So if you've got a team that doesn't like to ward or rotate for objectives or rotate to get you out of a sticky situation, then you're not going to be able to complete your build, and you're going to fall behind rather quickly. I'm not sure why my team's deciding to go in on that, because that is a huge team fight I saw coming from a mile away. I'm going to opt out to farm, as I should. Circuit ult down, which is good for me. Oh, oh. Run, 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 run. Oh, yeah. I remember this part of the game. Will she make it? Another episode of is Smitten going to make it out of this team fight alive? See? Right here, I should just be backing. I should just be backing here. But instead, I decide to go back in for no reason. Beads! Beads, girl! I beads in Aegis the damage from Terra and from Hades. Oh, using my 2 for the movement speed, getting a little bit of damage on the Terra. Moving back towards my tower. Come on, just back! Smitten, just back! Nope. Instead of that, I'm gonna opt to not teleport in on that lady. I don't know if it's specifically just my playstyle, but I will port in. Like, this is probably the second time that has happened this game where I meant to port in on the enemy god, and I ended up just misclicking and teleporting into an ally. There's a... Gosh, who else has that problem? There's another god in Smite that has a huge problem with the targeter. Yeah, it's time for you. Nope. Not time for you. Oh, look, I'm so proud of you. All right, I need 300 gold before I can pick up Executioner. Executioner is another kind of spiked area of this build, because as soon as you get Executioner online, you've got that percentage pen, which is just absolutely delicious, especially around 20 minutes in the game whenever you should have your penetration online. What are you doing? Oh, wait, I'm waiting. I was like, what are you doing? Why aren't you just killing the cam? I forgot that my ADC was asking me to wait to clear that so we can get some of the golden experience too, which is fine. I've also noticed there's a bunch of junglers that like nag about their back camps. I mean, I understand it's frustrating because you're missing out on that experience and that goal, which is like super crucial to you, and they're taking it from your area of the map. But at the same time, the cooldown or the timers on these smalls in the very back are so low that I don't see the point in bitching about it. Okay, my speed buff is up. Circuit just ulted. Terra's here. There's gonna be a big engage. Do I die here? I don't remember. Okay, speed buff is taken. Ooh, picking up the kill on the Circuit. Ooh. Why? I don't know why I decided to teleport in right there. I guess I was just looking to do some damage. I'm gonna let her get out though, because it's pretty much pointless trying to chase down a Circuit. I should have waited. I should have waited for her to use her dash in order to go in on her, but that's fine. Her dash is down now, and I should be able to go in. Ooh! Oh, the Kumba ult. Nope. Still too wiggly, even whenever you've got a teleport. There it is. See, the silence interrupted there, but there was at one point I was playing up against the Ganesh, and he went to use his silence on me, and it absolutely did not silence me out of my 2. I don't know if that's a bug or if that's an intentional interaction. It doesn't feel like it is, because if some people can silence you out of your 2 and some people can't, it's gotta be a Ganesh bug, honestly. Kai run around the corner trying to take the Gold Fury, does not manage to do so. And now I want his blood. He's level 17. My ADC's level 17, but I'm just gonna opt out to get this wave.
Be right back.
Oh, there's also something else that I wanted to update you guys on. You'll see in her fail video that comes out on Friday. We've changed up one of the items. We've changed up one of the items in this build. So instead of going Malice, you're actually going to pick up Wind Demon instead. The attack speed and movement speed for the passive is definitely worth the hit to the physical power that you get from Malice, in my opinion. I still love the idea of Malice because it's just dots stacking dots. dots, more dots, over and over and over, and I love that idea, but Wind Demon definitely helps her out a lot more. Plus, it's like 150 gold cheaper, and I always opt out to go for cheap stuff. Doing less damage to her from behind, but that's alright. Do I end up ulting for her? Yep. And I missed. If I just kept my cursor right... if I had kept my cursor right there, I would have been able... Oh my god, I Hades was expecting her to get pulled too. So there's something else that I just now noticed that I would love to see fixed on this lady. It is very, very unclear as to whether or not you're going to pull somebody with those chains. It is very unclear. You can see sometimes the chain linking up to them a little bit, but it's difficult to see if they're actually going to get pulled in. So maybe there's some sort of marker or something that we can look at changing, but I don't know. I also hate that you can't jump over walls with her ult because she's so high up in the air on that Palau, which is how I'm pretty sure you pronounce that. Forgive me if it's not, but she's so high up there that I feel like you should be able to jump over walls. If you could jump over walls with her ult, then it would make that ability so much more worth. So like add a tiny slow to her 1 just to help her out. Like if you're not going to give her any hard CC anywhere other than her ultimate, then give her a little bit of a slow. You got to help her out just a little bit. I mean, Serket's got a taunt. She's got this crazy... She's got 2 dashes. She's got 2 ways to get out of dodge. And this lady has nothing. She's got this conditional teleport that just sometimes works out in your benefit. Sometimes you completely derp out with it. So I'm really excited to see what they end up doing with this lady over the course of time. Look at me being a good jungler, warding like I'm supposed to. Now that I'm actually in the jungle, like this entire time I've been playing mid and ADC, I've always nagged about my junglers not warding. But now that I'm starting to practice jungle a little bit, I can totally see why you wouldn't ward whatsoever. Trying to click on her, and it's not gonna work. Switchy. Trying to load in on Switch, and it's not working out either. So much damage. So much damage. Holy free holies. Unfortunate. He ulted her before I could get the damage off my 3. Not sure if I should be going for him right here. He's got so much damage. Oh, unfortunate. Unfortunate. I am 11, 4, and 11, so I'm doing really, really, really well here. I got about 1,300 gold in pocket. It's definitely not enough to pick up my next item. So we're replacing Malice with Wind Demon, and I think we're going to get Bloodforge. I think we're gonna kind of move that back to be the last item to pick up, since Wind Demon's giving me a little bit of mobility. Even though that is the power spike, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's a conditional thing. Maybe if you were far enough ahead and you're not having a difficult time staying alive in team fights, you could do Bloodforge last, but at the same time, man, there's just so many options for her. It breaks my heart. Daji's got Crusher. Crusher was an item that I looked at for this Daji build whenever I was going. I was like, okay, so I've got all these attack speed items, but I'm kind of low in the penetration area. This was before I decided upon Executioner. I was like, Crusher now has attack speed on it, and it reduces your cooldowns, which would be helpful to her. She wouldn't have to buy any CDR or anything like that, which I don't. I don't have any CDR in this build. Damn it, should have ported in on that nerd. Can't outfox a fox.
Okay.
Crusher was an item that I looked at that I just decided wasn't worth overall. The price is decent. It's like a mid-range priced item, but the Executioner choice was much better in my opinion. I could probably go both, but it's not that big of a deal. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, I can't believe I actually got in on that. You can't hesitate whenever you're using that teleporter to chase gods with high mobility down at whatsoever. Okay, it looks like I grabbed her. Did she get pulled back? No. Okay, she uses her ult in response. Nice pick up there. God, I'm just shredding. Granted, I am level 20 up against a level 16, but I'm shredding so hard. And I'm honestly surprised that I did so well up against the Surket. Surket is probably, whenever I think of a jungler that's always going to be relevant, I think of Surket. She's got so much control and damage. She's got like 2 escapes, 3 if you go blink on her, which I've seen so many people do. I'm so happy that I was able to not only try out my new build against a super potent jungler like Surket, but perform well. So it's exciting. I don't think I've had a single one of my speed buffs stolen this game. Looks like I've been doing most of the stealing. We're 26 minutes into this game and we are 11k ahead. 11k ahead? Oh, I bet you could teleport to those Medusa stones. I never thought to test that out. Why are you teleporting in, honey? Surket ult. Okay, okay. Good thing I've got Aegis. Most of that damage is gone. I should be running away from that nerd. See, you can tell. I'm trying to look for the, I'm trying to go in more, even though I've got like 500 HP. I'm glad I stuck around though, because I could help my team secure this tier 2 tower. Fire Giant, heal, taken away. I've still got my Bumbas. Okay, that's what I was about to say. I've still got Bumbas. I should be able to go to like a jungle camp or something. And there's nothing there. There's nothing to heal off of. Where am I going? Why am I looking at right lane? I guess I'm hoping that my team's going to transition over there. But I quickly realized that we are just going to end. Which is perfectly fine. Oh, don't even have time to ult. 13, 4, and 12. I didn't even get to finish the build. I didn't get to sell Ase. I didn't get to sell Bumbas. I didn't get to pick up my heavy hitting items. So that's unfortunate, but I'm glad we were able to pull out a win. Now you can see why this isn't a fail video. It was the second video I recorded that we're using the first game that we did. Thank goodness I was able to get some footage of her today because the servers were up and down all day. So yeah, that's going to conclude all of the everything for this video. And I'm so awkward. It's been so long since I've done YouTube, but honestly, it's really, really great to be back. I hope you guys are enjoying the new channel, the new videos, the new schedule, all the newness coming out. Make sure to let me know in the comments, especially if you're a jungle main, if you saw anything that, any decision making that I should improve upon. People have been harking about my, I kind of ignore back camps because I feel like they're irrelevant because they're up so often, but at the same time, that's like a huge loss of like golden experience. But anyways, oh yeah, I forgot we hit the victory screen bug, so I ended up having to end the recording this way instead of showing you the build and the damage done by everybody on the team and on the enemy team. So anyways, I'm gonna end this video. I will see you guys later.